Hello, so this is Tuesday's warm-ups. Obviously you don't have to be doing this on a Tuesday, but you could choose a different warm-up routine to do every day of the week if you'd like. So we're going to start just being aware of how we're standing or sitting. And let's do some shoulders up to the ears and down with a big sigh to start with. And that's a good way of just resetting the shoulders a wee bit, bringing them back a little bit, and just notice how they feel now you've moved them back a little. And let's do that once more. So shoulders as far up to the ears as they can go, and then back and down with a lovely relaxing sigh. And just notice how that feels for a minute, with the shoulders back slightly, maybe compared to where they were to start with. So let's go once more, and this time we're going to do a long, colourful sigh with a little bit more sound in it. So shoulders up to the ears, back and down. Lovely. And then also let's imagine a cord coming out the crown of the head. So with the shoulders still nice and back, just feeling yourself being lifted slightly, as if there's a bit of space appearing between each vertebra. And just being aware of the bones in your body actually supporting your body, so the muscles are free and available to your breath. So just checking in for a minute with all the bones in your body that are working. If you're standing, that'll be the bones in your feet, your ankles, and the bones in the lower leg, the knee joint, the big bone in the upper leg and the hip joint, and then the pelvis and the sacrum, and the bones going all the way up the spine to the neck, the ribs, and then the skull. So just spending a minute or so just really visualizing how it might be if you did have this cord coming out the crown of your head, just lifting you ever so slightly on each in-breath. And with each out-breath, see if you can maintain that height. And then lifting again. And at the same time keeping the knees nice and soft, the shoulders nice and back. So one more breath like this. Lovely, and then let's have a bit of a shake. Shaking out the hands, shaking one way, shaking the other way, and then bringing the elbows into it a little bit. Bit of an elbow dance. And a bit of a shoulder dance. And a bit of a shake of the belly and the bum. A bit of a shimmy up and down if that works for you. And then shaking out the legs a bit, so you might want to hold on to a chair if you're standing. Shake the ankles. I've just shooken one of my shoes off. Shaking your knee. And a bit of a shake of the hip if you can. And then moving on to the other leg. So shaking out the ankle, shaking out the knee, and a bit of a shake of the hip. Lovely. And then let's have a little bit of a shake of the jaw as well. So with the neck lovely and relaxed, see if you can just let the jaw go all floppy. Let's do a few figure of eights in the air with our nose. Let's just help soften the neck a wee bit. Wakes up some of the neck muscles. And then back round the other way. And you might be able to hear all sorts of creaky noises going on. I certainly can. Lovely. And then we're going to move on to the Ministry of Silly Walks. So we're going to start with imagining you're walking on a really hot beach. So you might be somewhere in the Mediterranean and the sand is really hot. So you're not wanting to stay on it very long. You're kind of wanting to move around quite quickly, not put too much weight on your feet. You might be making some noises. And then you're changing to a Scottish bog, so a boggy, peaty moorland. And you're putting your feet down and you're worried they're just going to sink and vanish and you might lose your boot. So we'll have some sound effects as well. So feet really sinking into that very wet bog. Very different feel to the hot sand. Feels quite heavy, quite slow. And then we're still in our bog, but we've come to a little burn and there's some stepping stones that we've got to navigate quite carefully, keep our balance to get over this bit of water. So you might want to put your arms out to help you balance and just going slowly and carefully on these stepping stones across the burn. You really don't want to fall in. It's flowing fast. Not a good idea. It's quite hard to do this on a video with a sense of going over the river and not going out of shot of the camera. So move about as much as you need to go over your stepping stones. And then we're moving seasons again. It's winter and we are the skating minister on Duddingston Loch, just up the road from where I stay. So you're very graceful, you're gliding across the ice. A very smooth way. You can do all the moves you ever dreamed of doing on ice. You can go backwards, beautiful smooth skating. You can do twirls, you can do all sorts of moves. You're very, very skilled at this skating lark. There, lovely. And then we're going to focus a little this morning on the chest area, opening out the chest and releasing some of the muscles there. So we're going to start with our plate exercise. So if you put the fingers, we usually say about on your bra strap or where your bra strap would be. And we're going to, with our elbow, draw some small circles in the air. And we're going to start with some saucer-sized circles. We're going to go quite slowly. So you're just moving the elbow. And see if with each circle you can make it slightly more round. And go slightly slower. So one more of the saucer ones. And then we're going up in size to a tea plate size circle. You might want to imagine a lovely scone on your tea plate with jam and cream or whatever takes your fancy. So one more tea plate size circle. And then we're going up to a dinner plate. And you could imagine your favourite meal maybe on that dinner plate. Keeping it lovely and slow and nice and circular. And then bringing the arm down. And just notice how that shoulder And all these muscles here, this exercise actually helps release the intercostal muscles, the muscles between the ribs. So just seeing how that feels on this side that you've just done the plates exercise with compared to the other side. And it often feels like the shoulder's a bit lower, that it's released a little bit. But just noticing how it is for you. There's no right or wrong way for it to feel. And then we're going to move over to the other side. So doing the same thing, putting the fingers about in the bra strap position. And we're going to start with doing some saucer-sized circles. Keeping it lovely and circular, nice and slow. So we'll do one more of those. And then we'll go on to a T-plate size circle. Again, imagining your favourite slice of cake or scone or whatever you might fancy. Nice chocolate brownie maybe. And then we'll go on to a dinner plate size circle, so a larger one. But still keeping it nice and slow and circular. And if at any time you feel like you need to have a rest, then please do. Just do what feels right for you. And then bringing that arm down and seeing how that feels. Now you've balanced up both sides. What do you notice? And I certainly feel like they've both evened out now, and they're both a bit more relaxed than they were than when I started. But just noticing how that is for you. And then we're going to do our zip exercise. Zip going back into a deck chair. I think we call it both things. I'm just moving back a bit, so hopefully you can see me doing the whole of this exercise. So starting with the backs of the hands together and about at the pubic bone area, so just below the navel. And then as we breathe in, bringing the hands up to about the sternum, and then we take a breath out there. And then with the next in-breath coming up to just under the chin. And take a breath out there. And then we're opening out with the next in-breath into our deck chair. So bringing the hands behind the head, linking the fingers, bringing the elbows back as much as is comfortable, just to get a bit of a stretch and opening across the chest area. And leaning back, imagining it's a lovely sunny day. You're lying in your deck chair on that lovely hot beach where we started out walking on the hot sand today, and looking up at the clear blue sky. And then the next out breath, bringing the arms down. Lovely. So we'll just go through that once more. So starting with the backs of the hands together at about the pubic bone area, and breathing in, bringing them up to the sternum, having an out breath there, breathing in up to under the chin, having an out breath there, and then on the next in breath, opening out, leaning back on your deck chair. See if you can bring the elbows back ever so slightly, and just feeling what's comfortable but a little bit of a stretch across the chest for you, but not overdoing it. And relaxing back on your deck chair for a moment or two, looking up at the lovely clear sky, and then the next out breath, bringing the arms down. And just having a little bit of a shake out of the shoulders. Lovely. And then we're just going to move on to noticing our breath in the different parts of our body. So starting with the chest area. So just letting the breath be just as it is, not doing anything different, not trying to change anything. And see with each breath if you can soften the chest area ever so slightly. So feeling your hands move as the air comes into the chest. The ribs move to make space. And then as the air goes out, feeling them moving down again. So one more breath in and out here. And then moving down to the belly. So putting the hands on the belly area. And just letting the breath drop in as the muscles release. And then as you exhale, feel the belly going very gently towards the spine, shoulders still nice and relaxed. And see if you can release a little bit more each breath. Belly into spine. And then once you've exhaled all the air, release the muscles as much as possible. Let the air drop in and really see if you can feel that in your hands. So one more breath here. Lovely. And then moving round to the sides. And see if you can just really allow the sides to expand as the air comes in. And then moving the hands round to the lower back, the bottom part of the ribs, if that's comfortable, or if you're sitting, you can just breathe into the back of the chair. And as you let the air in, see if you can feel that area expanding. And you can try this one out when you're lying in bed. See if you can really breathe into your back. We kind of forget about breathing into our backs because we can't see our backs. But they are actually very important in breathing. So we use the whole of that space available to us. Lovely. So moving on to our familiar rope exercise. So with a loose fist about at the navel. And then as we breathe out to she, feel the belly going gently back towards the spine, and then a big release to let the air in. So after 2, 1, 2. She, release, and she, release, she, and release. Lovely. And then we'll do a wee exercise just to extend the breath slightly. So we're going to do I can sing for 1, then release, I can sing for 1, 2, and we'll gradually increase that up to 10, and just go as far as you can. See if you can gradually extend the breath a little bit more each time, but taking care not to take a top-up breath. If you're running out of breath, Just go as far as you can. Take a lovely big deep breath, letting the air drop in, and a big release, rather than reinforcing that habit of taking a shallow top-up breath. I can sing for one and release. I can sing for 1, 2 and release. I can sing for 1, 2, 3 and release. I can sing for 1, 2, 3, 4 and release. I can sing for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and release. I can sing for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and release. I can sing for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and release. I can sing for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and release. I can sing for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and release. Last one. I can sing for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well done if you made it all the way. And then to finish off Tuesday morning's warm-up, we are going to do Boom Shaka Boom, which I don't think we've done for a while in the Warblers sessions. So it's where we just, it's a wee silly little rhyme, and we just practice using different voices. So it's call and response, so you just copy what I say. So the first bit is boom shaka boom. Your turn. Boom shaka boom. Boom shaka boom. Boom shaka boom. Boom shaka raka shaka boom. Boom shaka raka shaka boom. Oh yeah, once again. Lovely. Now we're going to do it in a posh voice. Boom shaka boom. Boom shaka boom. Boom shaka boom. Boom shaka boom. Boom shaka raka shaka boom. Boom shaka raka shaka boom. Oh yeah, once again. Lovely. And then we're going to do it in a market trader voice. Boom shaka boom. Boom shaka boom. Boom shaka boom. Boom shaka boom. Boom shaka raka shaka boom. Boom shaka raka shaka boom. Oh yeah, once again. Lovely. And then we're going to do it in a breathy, nervous person's voice. Boom shaka boom. Boom shaka boom. Boom shaka boom. Boom shaka boom. Boom shaka raka shaka boom. Boom shaka raka shaka boom. Oh yeah, once again. Lovely. So that's the end of your Tuesday morning warm-up exercises. So you can now maybe go and pick a song or two to sing from the other videos on the website. And have a lovely day. Bye for now.